Whether the rules are right or wrong, they follow. That is the problem with the system right now.
Sir, before you come in, I still have to ask these COVID questions. Do you have a mask or do you need one?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. You drop it.
Yes. Worry about my safety concern. I just wish the judge and Tim Adams would worry about how the people view justice, policing, and in the court system. While we got guys in prison stacked up about COVID, they worry about COVID.
Before you step in, let's observe these entry questions. Any fever, cough, shortness of breath? You're all good? Thumbs up? All right, step inside for a temperature check and then tell me your name. Sir, you'll be next. Miss, you'll be next.
So can I ask a question, please? May I ask a question? You didn't say yes. I was just trying to respect you. Is there anyone inside that we can get special permission to observe, since we're kind of like media? Like I'm doing a documentary outside.
If you're doing a documentary, legitimately, not just because you want.
Yay!
Y'all always get me in trouble. Y'all not cheating. You don't see me acting nothing. I mean, I got to cheat. It ain't nothing. What's up, Jim? How did it go? It went like it normally goes. September. It can't be that serious with that long of a court date, huh?
So did they find? What did they say?
It's nothing. That's all like procedure leading up to whatever it is. But we're gonna take it to, as always, the state's attorneys always try to make it, the case is more enhanced and make it more serious than what it is. That's what they do historically. So it's on us then now to deal with Kim Fox and how they pursue it, and that's what tends to happen. They expand it and they use it for their own benefit when it's really not that serious. When it comes to, as my lawyer was explaining, he did nothing different than any other truckers.
Say that.
Father Flager or anybody else in shutting down the expressways. And by the way, we'll be shutting down Lakeshore Drive too. So since y'all think that's over with, so that's really what it is. My lawyer just why we did what we did, but the ultimate goal was for him to take the band off, my ankle bracelet off, so that I could continue to do my work. This is what I'm telling you. They're more concerned with y'all trying to get in.
Yeah, I ain't want to just walk.
No, there y'all go. The ultimate goal is to get this band off so I could do my work. So they lock you down so that you never able to get at your work. So they would rather lock me down and sit me down after 7 when shootings and violence happen after 7 anyway.
Right.
So they really not concerned with that. They only concerned with adjudicating cases and matters as it relates to black men. They never find a real medium by which to just come to an understanding that it's not serious. We have more use of our court time in our situation than to be locking people up for fighting for violence reduction and all the like.
So have your movement been restricted?
My movement, sir?
Yeah,
7 to 7. I can only get out 7 to 7.
And it's also your activism and your agitation. Was that part of the stipulation?
I got to do it in the daytime. That's all. I got to do it. It's just all it does is stop me from doing what I used to do. Patrolling the streets, rolling up and checking on the little homies in the corners in the hood after 7.
And checking on the seniors.
How do you respond to people that say that you use the same tactics that the Chicago police use with the police cars and lights and stuff like that? How do you respond to that?
I don't know what that means, David. I'm not understanding what they're saying.
They're saying that your community activism is so similar to the police intimidation and stuff like that when you go up on certain scenes and things like that.
Which scene? Black folk scenes?
Yeah.
Black folk scenes? Impossible. Impossible. Because I only roll up on giants. That's government, businesses, and individuals who have violated our community. So I don't know who said something like that, because I don't roll up. I roll up on the police.
Why is it so much? Why is it so important to keep you tied up in court, and yet they can't catch people that are shooting on the expressway?
Because that's the idea.
And that holds up the expressway.
Yeah, all the time. When they shoot, they hold up the expressway. But that's what it is. We can't act like we don't know what it is. This is not a system of correction. Because if it was a system of correction and it was about violence prevention, they would put as much money on violence prevention as they would responding to crime. If they have a $2 billion police budget, they will have a $2 billion violence prevention budget.
Come on now.
If they have, how much is the budget for the county jail
Say
system?
that. Say that.
Billions.
Billions.
So if
That's
how
right.
much money is it billions for the correctional industry, IDOC? If they was really concerned about correcting the ills and that affect our community, they will have the same amount of money or more thrown at the prevention than they would the response.
Yep.
Police have 11% clearance. That means, y'all, 89% of the murders go unsolved.
That's right, and they
But they
still
have
get
a
in
$2
big
billion
bucks.
budget.
Say that. Say
A
that.
$2 billion budget. For $1 billion, I reduce violence by 90%.
Yes.
Because they don't want it reduced.
That's right.
One last question, Ms. Muhammad. And no disrespect to you, but we had a gentleman who was similar to doing what you did, who did time, and then when he came home, Mr. Aaron Patterson.
I remember that.
And Mr. Patterson, he came home and he directed his attention to activism and anything like that, and they end up locking him back up.
Yeah.
Do you fear that this is a target of you from the people, the people from the inside?
No, I don't look at it that way. I don't even care. I don't look at it. That's a part of the game.
I love this guy.
They lock us up.
I love this guy.
We rebel against it.
Yeah.
They say don't do something. We rebel against it. You know, that was a time that slavery was legal. That was the law of the land. But that didn't make it right.
Say that. Say that.
It don't make it right. If they never do anything, it's just like I sat in a bullpen with guys. Your stuff going in and out. You out of here. I sat in a bullpen with guys who was locked up for cannabis. Yet white men are allowed to be $1 billion cannabis cartel in our city and our state. I sat in the bullpens with them. They locking our brothers up and lock us out of the very industry that they lock us up in.
That's right.
Or from. Cannabis built the state of Illinois prison system. Cannabis. Nothing else. Cannabis was the gateway drug for us to sell crack, heroin, and then start violence. If you trace it, it's going to come back to cannabis. We've been doing that for four decades. Selling cannabis in the hood. Now, white men figure in our state of Illinois and our government figure they can capitalize off this here product,
Exactly.
the cannabis plant that a lot of people use for medical purposes, healing, and then others use to get high. They figure they're gonna capitalize off of it because if they make it $2 billion, they poised to make $2 billion this year. Why you think it's so much killing? If you remove $2 billion from any corporate entity, that corporation is in the red. Remove $2 billion from what you think gonna happen?
The streets is probably shut down.
They'll start shooting and riding and doing carjackings and doing home invasion. I'm surprised more of that hasn't increased.
Mr. Muhammad, in closing, what do you tell your supporters who fear for yourself?
Don't fear. Call on God. Don't fear for me.
Thank you. Hallelujah.
Listen, one thing you're going to be sure that's going to happen to all of us.
That's right.
We're going in the casket.
That's right.
Now, you can go sitting on the couch,
That's right.
eating the ho-hos and don-don. You can go with disease. You can go by accident. Or you can go by standing up for what you believe in. I'm sure
Say
that's a
that.
good fight.
Say
I'd
that.
rather
That's
go
the
that
best
way.
fight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yes,
It make
that's
no
the
sense.
best
You feel
fight.
for something that's inevitable.
That's right.
Get out of here. If God allow it, then it was supposed to happen.
That's right.
Yeah, peace and blessing.
So what did they say about your ankle?
Well, my judge has to call back. I mean, my lawyer has to call back and give him the parameters by which it's okay for me to be removed off this ankle bracelet. But all it does is it holds you, it suspends
It holds you down
and
for your
they really don't
activism.
care about us having. You would think that it would be law enforcement would be saying, "Hey man, let him off the ankle brake," but they don't care about no violence and no murder. They'll keep somebody who active in the streets, fighting for reduction of violence and crime and us killing each other, and stay in the house.
That's right.
They let the clowns
And that's
run
what they're
around.
trying to show.
The clowns running around in the street.
That's right.
They'll let them run around, but they won't. They'll shut me down.
That's right.
But because I got the audacity to stop that interstate commerce.
Say that.
That's what the judge say. Interstate commerce. He shut down interstate commerce. That's all they care about. We shut the trucks down from moving. Right. Anytime you stop the money, you're a threat.
Yeah.
You can't take white folks' money. You can't get in the way of their money. They don't care about you dying, the Negroes.
That's right.
They don't care about y'all killing each other. They don't care about me making
a
fuss about you locking our sons
kill each
up
other.
about weed.
That's right.
They don't care about that.
It's all about the money.
They don't care because they think we gonna sit on the couch and be quiet.
Yeah.
We sit on the couch and do nothing as black men.
That's right.
And then when black men stand up, somebody always got something to say.
Say that.
You ain't
Say
gonna
that.
stand with us. Stay out my way. Shut the hell up. Stay on the couch.
Say that. And stop
and
saying that you want to unify.
Stop trolling and troll that.
Because you're not doing a
They're
damn
not
thing.
unifying, because if they were,
Exactly.
they'll be serious about getting at the issue.
Say
they
that.
won't get at the issue. There's several issues that's affecting our community.
That's
Several.
right. That's right.
We got economic disinvestment. We got every foreigner known to man in America and Chicago eating off our dead flesh as a people. Everybody eat off the dead flesh of our communities. Everybody. The county, they eat off our dead flesh, the court system. We got a whole court system that don't even allow families to come and watch the process. We live in a democratic society that don't allow the families to watch the court process of their loved ones while they open up the restaurants and businesses and they all crowded up at tables and all on beaches.
Say that.
And
Say that,
parks,
brother.
But yet you can't go in the courtroom.
That's
They
right. It's
crowd up and they want
ridiculous.
to exercise some COVID responsibility, while on the parks, the beaches, on these blocks, these restaurants, everybody is crowded. They ain't wearing masks no more.
Nope.
But yet they'll make you wear masks in here.
In there. That's
in the
right.
courtroom. See, that shows
Two
you
sets
these
of
people
rules.
cannot
Two sets of
lead
rules.
us because their rules
That's all it is.
does not
Two
serve
sets of
you.
rules.
They can't
That's
lead
right.
us. These politicians can't lead us.
That's
you
right.
will have no politician that says nothing about the family member not being able to watch the court, the legal jurisprudence. That's the number one thing that gives us justice and separate us from other countries. Justice. You can't even watch it play out. Because they got it isolated and controlled, where only the state's attorney, your lawyer, if you were someone without a lawyer, the public defender, who then try to adjudicate, to represent you best she can with limited resources and a 50,000 case load. Man, we got to wake up. We got to wake up. If it don't start there, it got to start somewhere. So if I have to be a sacrificial lamb and a wait to bring about that, that's what it is. It's a small price to pay for real democracy. Because they not Democrats, they not Republicans.
That's right.
They not none of that. These people are vultures. They use the political to rationalize and justify feeding themselves and cronyism. That's why we have to have different elected officials in every walk, from top to bottom, that address and represent the people. You ain't got that, man. We just going in a circle.
That's
so
right.
Sit on the couch if you want to. I ain't.
Takes off the Zoom for saying
What?
that we support you.
What? Yeah. Y'all have to be quiet.
That they were protesting.
Protest.
But it was on the chat.
Oh, in the chat. It was in the chat, not in the live. Y'all didn't make no noise.
No.
See? There it is. That tells you right there what they're about.
That's
not
right.
about you having no support. They were, they'll let your family member come in. How you get kicked off a chat? How you get kicked off a chat for supporting somebody in court? That just shows y'all we gotta wake up, man. We got a whole Tim Evans, a black judge. that don't let family members, and the majority of black folks in there. It's not right now. It's not one white person in this courtroom.
Oh my God.
All black boys and women, men and women.
Oh my
There's
God.
no white people in this courtroom. No.
Oh my God.
But you got white people guarding us and watching us go in and out of the courtroom. It's just say no equity across the board. It's just all disinvestment, disenfranchised. Hey man, listen. You can run on this in any political arena all day long and win. Anybody, I'm giving y'all a cue. Y'all can run and win any war.
That's right.
But your elected officials ain't gonna be there.
They're not doing
They're not there.
That's right.
They should be in court watching what's going on.
That's right.
Whoever ward this is. I got an idea who
That's
warded
right.
this. He should be in there mad and angered about this process.
It's all about the money.
Man, listen.
That's all it is.
It's a pimp game.
That's it. That's it.
Can I see your?
Oh, my ankle.
Oh wow.
I got a phone on me.
Oh, so
So I guess I could call for help when I need it.
wow.
Well,
We definitely would be back. And you said September. Oh, that's my birthday. That is my birthday. Oh my God. I will be here on my birthday. Yes.
He said.
Yeah.
He said if I was doing a real documentary, then I would have gotten permission.
You don't need no inside. No, you wouldn't have got permission. They wouldn't have allowed you. You said they don't know nothing. You don't know.
Scapegoated.
So Tyrone, guess what? His next court date